Welcome back, everyone. This is Austin here at 2FBC Tactical. Going to have a little bit shorter video, but a congratulations video out to New Mexico. It's not often that we get to say positive things when it comes to the Second Amendment, and we have another positive one we can do. We just did one on South Dakota, and I'm going to have to do another one on West Virginia here soon. But today we're going to talk about New Mexico. So let's dive in. So guys, we are going to dive into New Mexico, and a huge shout out to everyone who blew up their state representatives and the state of New Mexico, saying that this law, this assault weapons ban law, which was framed as the anti illegal gun trade act or something like that. I know I butchered that, but it doesn't really matter what the name was. The whole point was to ban all gas operated firearms. And that is the most insane thing that we could ever see. But first, please like, comment, subscribe. And again, give your guys a little pat on the back. It shows that you can do this. This is a blue state, and you got them to back down. So like, comment, subscribe. Go over to the Rumble channel and hit a follow over there. And if you would like to support us, go to Patreon and please do so. Now, what this bill was purporting to do was to ban basically all semi-automatic firearms, all of them, with the exception of handguns. They did write in an exception for handguns, but the idea was anything that was a rifle or an AR pistol or anything like that was covered on this, because they banned the operation system as opposed to the cosmetic features, the more California flavor assault weapons ban. It was kind of a first of its kind attempt at this, and by the way, this fight is going to continue because you can be certain that it will be brought up somewhere else in another state, and you can be certain that it might even be brought up again in New Mexico, because this is their second go at an assault weapon ban and is in many years. But you guys got them to back down, and it is not advancing in the House. It did pass the Senate. It's not going anywhere in the House, and it is pretty much dead. So I want to give you a huge shout out for doing the thing, calling and bugging those in charge. Hey everyone, quick pause in the video to give a shout out to our channel sponsor, Patriot Mobile. Now, I have been with Patriot Mobile for 2 years personally, and I cannot be happier with my service. I have the unplugged phone that I got because of Sean Ryan's podcast, but they have every phone you could want. And as the only Christian conservative wireless provider on the market, they put their money where the mouth is, which is supporting the rights that you and I enjoy, including the Second Amendment, which is what we're all about here at 2FBC Tactical. So please give them a consideration for switching. We are all using phones and mobile wireless all the time. So why not support a company that supports you? Using the code shall not infringe, you can save over at Patriot Mobile. And there will be a unique link code down below. So please go check it out. Now back to the video. That's showing that we can win, guys. And we absolutely can win when we band together. So you deserve a shout out, and for all of us in states like Minnesota, where they're trying to introduce some of the same type of bans, maybe different flavors like the California assault weapons ban, but they're trying to do that in our legislative session right now, we can win and fight too. So again, I always say this in so many of my videos, right? Support those who support you. Find your local state representative organization that supports gun rights, whatever that is. Here in Minnesota, it's Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. And also support those federally that are fighting for your rights. The FPCs, the GOAs, Second Amendment Foundation, National Association for Gun Rights, the NRA, ILA, and so many more. Find those guys, support them, and absolutely keep putting pressure on your local politicians. And I don't care if they're a Republican or Democrat. And I hear you. They're like, well, they don't like me anyway. Why would I call them? Because it matters. And it shows you in New Mexico that when you put pressure on, they sometimes blink. It is a game of chicken, and you're asking them to blink. You absolutely can do that. So again, well done, New Mexico. And for all of us, whether you're in Virginia, which is fighting right now, you got stuff going on in Hawaii. Of course, we got stuff going on here in New Mexico, as long as, Governor Walz, and let's be frank, when Amy Klobuchar, the presumptive front runner for the governorship here in Minnesota, takes over, it isn't going to get any better. We're going to have to keep the fight and keep the pressure on. And then I'm going to look into the camera right now, And if there are any Supreme Court justices or clerks or anyone that knows anyone there, we are begging you to do your job as lifetime appointees to take up 2A cases, because your job is to, yes, make sure the federal government is staying within its constitutional boundaries. But that's not your only job. In fact, I would argue your most important job is to ensure that the Bill of Rights of the United States Constitution is afforded to all people in the United States and that is your first job. And to the Trump administration, if anyone here is watching that's involved in it or knows anybody that's involved in it, I'm begging you to do the same. You know, we have seen some good things come out of the Harmeet Dillon 2A Civil Rights Division. You're going to have to do a lot more, and you're going to have to fight even harder than you are. The Trump administration, you have been very wishy-washy under Bondi on things when it comes to the Second Amendment, and I'm asking you to be better and show that you can be better. It is an election year. We are watching, and your job, primarily, I don't care what side you're on, as a government, is to ensure the rights of your citizens. That means that you fight, even when sometimes it's unpopular to do so, to ensure that the rights of the people are not infringed upon. It doesn't matter whether it's the First Amendment, which we're seeing out in California being attacked, or it's the Second Amendment. Your job is to ensure that our rights are protected. And I'm telling you, you need to do your job. As for everyone in New Mexico that called and made a difference, and all those organizations out there, and all those YouTubers that made mention of it and brought awareness to this issue, well done, and we commend you. And we're so thankful to be a part of this group of people that continue to fight for your rights, and we will continue to do so here at 2FYC Tactical. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. If there's any topics you'd like us to cover or anything you would like us to cover in our From the Vault series, shoot it down below. If you have anything unusual you'd like to send us to cover in our From the Vault series, absolutely send to us. We're going to do something on this one right here coming for you very soon. So we're pretty excited about that. And when it comes to fighting for your rights, we are going to continue to do so. If you'd like to learn more about coverage of all things 2A, check out our news section. We're constantly posting articles about what's going on in the 2A world. And we don't just limit ourselves to Minnesota. Of course, we're heavily focused on Minnesota because that's where we're located at, but we definitely look nationally. I would like to get some guests on to this podcast. I'm working on that. It would be really awesome to have some of our fellow YouTubers or even just experts in their fields come on, and we certainly will work on that. But we cannot wait to bring you more, and we will always be bringing you more content. Till next time, guys, keep the powder dry.